In the 2020 Mark Geyer Fantasy 9 side, the number one pick is?
Phil Blake.
Okay.
Phil Blake was a player who bedazzled on a field with 13 players on either side. I can only imagine what he would have done on a field of 9 either side. He was just everything. He'd chip and chase in his own quarter. He would sidestep his way through 5 or 6 players. He would grub it for himself. He had a turn of speed, a bit like my brother-in-law, Brandy Alexander. They remind me a lot of each other. But, yeah, Phil Blake for mine was one of them players that I just loved watching as a kid, and it's the reason I followed Manly, him and Graham Eady. So Phil Blake's my number one pick.
All right.
You've got to have Joey Johns in this team. You just got to. He had one of the best football brains, if not the best football brain I've ever seen. Can tackle like a forward. Can pass sensationally across field to throw my speed men into openings. And that's a big factor in 9's. You've got to have foresight. And he has got plenty of it.
Pretty good side so far.
Number 3 is Roger Tuivasa-Sheck.
Ooh, modern day.
Yes, I just love his twinkle toes. I love the way he goes about absolutely bamboozling defences, and he would be a menace on a field of 9.
So where are you playing? Because RTS is an interesting one because you're not playing a fullback in 9's.
What you do is you kind of have you have your wingers who are roamers. They kind of drop back in the third or fourth tackle, and usually if someone's going for a downtown kick, it's going to be and they're going to do it early. Well, they haven't got much chance of getting the ball back because the people I picked in my team are flyers. So,
Okay.
So look, Roger Tuivasa-Sheck would get back there before anyone would get back there. So he's my third pick.
Okay.
Billy Slater.
Billy.
The best fullback that I've seen play. I'll tell you what, James Tedesco's fast gaining upon him, but he's still a long way away from Billy Slater. Billy Slater had probably 7 or 8 years where he was one of the best players in the competition. James Tedesco is had probably 3 years when he's been the best player in the comp. But Billy Slater for mine, man, imagine him on the field of 9 with Joey Johns. I'm going to just go through all my backs at first. So I've got Blake, Johns, RTS, Slater, and Semi Radradra.
Ooh.
Man.
You're going. This is quite a you've got a Kiwi, you've got a Queenslander, you've got a New South Wales legend. Phil Blake, I just saw was born in the UK, and now you've got the Fijian flyer.
Yeah,
who's playing rugby union?
I think Sammy would be just unbelievable. I saw a glimpse of it in the recent World Cup in the 15-a-side which 15-a-side game where he kind of just showed glimpses of what he could do on a field of 9. I imagine him in your back line. And again, getting the ball from Joey Johns out to, him would be fan-bloody-tastic.
It usually required a couple of defenders to stop him at the best of times. And if there's only 9 of them on the field...
But he's got an offload.
He does have an offload.
That's what I've picked in this team. I've picked everyone who can offload a footy. I haven't just picked brute strength, but I've picked guile and the ability to offload in traffic.
All right, let's move forward to the big boppers.
First forward I pick would be Sonny Bill Williams. Custom made for the 9's game. Custom made for anything.
Sport. He's custom made for sport.
Yeah, he's just he's a phenom. All these players obviously are picked at their peak.
Yes.
And Sonny Bill Williams at his peak would be just a weapon in 9-a-side. Second forward I would pick is another modern day player who I think would just carve up in 9's. It's Damien Cook.
Oh, Cookie.
Imagine him in 9's. Imagine him in 9's.
Yes.
Like, come on.
I imagine him everywhere.
Yeah, so do I.
He would be scary.
He'd be scary. He'd be really scary.
He just electric pace. He's over the first 5-10 metres, he'd burn everybody.
So Damien Cook gets he's not as my dummy half. He can also play half, 5'8". He can also play in the centres. He's so quick. So Damien Cook gets the nod. 8th is the leading try scorer of all time in forwards is Beaver Menzies.
Beav.
Yeah, he's just phenomenal. He could find a hole anywhere in the footy field. He's fast. He's fit. He's elusive. He can offload. He can defend. He can run.
And you're picking him right now as well, at current age as well.
I'm picking this weekend. This weekend he's in. And finally, in my team of All-Stars, you've got to have a bit of menace about you. You've got to have someone who can scare the opponents.
Yeah.
But also can fit the mould of a 9's player. How's Gordy Tallis grab you?
Gordy. There's probably enough menace.
There. Plus, very underrated as an athlete.
Brett Hodgson's just quit. He's not playing.
Gordy had a really good turn of speed for a big man in his prime, and he was very underrated for his skill level. He's very tough, obviously, but he had great endurance as well. He could play a whole game, and I think he'd be perfectly suited for 9's. So Gordy Tallis rounds out my 9, but I have a captain coach.
Okay.
Who I think could coach this team, but he was never a coach, but I think he could coach this team quite easily while still playing as well. And it's Cliffy Lyons.
Interesting.
Cliffy Lyons coming on in this side, spasmodically, just injecting himself, going on to tell the boys exactly what he can see from the sidelines. With Beaver Menzies,
I was about to say, yeah.
You can't have Beaver Menzies without Cliffy Lyons.
I wondered whether Beaver got,
That's more than a tenuous link.
Yeah.
It's a link that had to happen, and I think these two have the best combination in rugby league history of scoring tries with each other. So I had to have them in my 9's. So that rounds out my MG's All-Star.
What are you calling them?
I'm going to call them the Juggernauts.
The Juggernauts.
Yes.
MG's Juggernauts. Phil Blake, Andrew Johns, Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, Billy Slater, Semi Radradra, Sonny Bill Williams, Damien Cook, Beaver Menzies, Gordon Tallis, and the captain coach with license to do whatever he wants.
License to thrill.
Cliffy Lyons.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not many people beating that team.
I don't think so.